Got him. Oh! Oh my god, that was so awesome. All right, we are checking out a game that I'm sure needs no introduction at this point, Elden Ring. I'm recording this the day of and the day after the game is released, though I'm sure it'll take me about a week to get this on the channel, so it will remain to be seen, but I imagine by that time everyone and their mother is making content on this game. Certainly was quite a stir as it got released. But this is a game that I did not expect to be bringing to the channel or even playing, honestly, probably for the first year. I figured I'd buy this when it went on sale. I wasn't really hyped for this. I would say that Dark Souls games and FromSoft games aren't really my cup of tea, but I do like supporting this developer. And even, you know, just poking around in the games. I've got a couple of hours in Dark Souls 2 and 3 each. But I like supporting this developer because they are probably one of the last developers in the current moment in time that are still making these single-player games and these story-based DLCs and not really worried about games as a service or online platforms and battle royale, multiplayer, microtransaction stuff, which I'm really appreciative of and like to encourage that wherever possible. But, like I said, Dark Souls games aren't really my cup of tea. That being said, I've spent a lot of time in the first Dark Souls, pre-Prepare to Die edition, playing it on Windows. To that end, I think I'm having a little bit of a repeat of history, where I'm one of the few people who is not having a problem at launch with the PC version of the game. I started playing games a little later in life, didn't really play them growing up, or at any point. Probably until the 2010s, 2011, 2012, around that area. Dark Souls was one of the first games I ever played. I didn't really know much about gaming, was just kind of playing whatever was popular, and over time realized it wasn't really for me, because it's a game, it's really focused on being a technically difficult game. People say that it's hard. There's probably an asterisk on that. It demands reaction and practice and technical proficiency, and that's not really even why I play games. I really like exploring storytelling, character arc, creative direction and design, and that kind of thing, which Dark Souls has in spades, so it's been kind of a mixed bag for me throughout the existence of all of FromSoftware's franchises. They do a really good job building worlds, but then you have to get good, as they say, to play their games. For me, unfortunately, it's not even a matter of not being good at games, which I'm not good at these technically difficult games. It doesn't even really do anything for me. I don't get the endorphin rush or whatever, the dopamine hit for finally getting it right. I just get it right and I go, good, can we please get back to exploring in the story? So, if I'm not a fan of these games, why am I playing this game? Well, first of all, there was a wall of just unavoidable content when the review embargo lifted. You know, if you are also follow games as a hobby, you follow all of the content that comes out and the people that are talking about it, and everybody was talking about this, at least in my YouTube feed and my socials feed, where even people that they appreciate the same types of things in games that I do, they themselves are saying, you gotta go get this game. So I became interested. And poking through every single review because I really wasn't sure that I was going to care about this and is it really worth it. You know, like I said, it's not a big difference buying it a year later. I'm going to save, what, 20%, but still. But in watching the reviews, it seemed more and more like it actually would be something I'd be interested in. They've made it a lot more accessible, a lot easier. This is easy with an asterisk, and we'll get into that as we play. But there is probably something for everyone in here if you do like these kind of games in particular, but aren't really good. There are ways in which you can avoid, for at least some time, all of the things that are very Dark Souls-esque. And so after watching all this stuff, went and picked it up. I've been very lucky that I haven't had any problems, but even people that were saying get the game after the day one patch were saying, whoa, it's broken now. I have seen people with my exact specs have issues, so I don't really know exactly what's causing it. I do have some suspicion as to what it might be, which might make my experience a little different than the average experience. My specs, for those that might be interested, if they match or exceed or are less than what you're dealing with, I have an i9-9900K. I have a 2080 Super. I have 32 gigs of high-speed RAM, and this is running on an NVMe SSD and I have a 4K 16:9 G-Sync compatible monitor. I'm running this game in 1080p to give me plenty of overhead so I can do things like run OBS and other programs on the side. But I think the big difference here is going to be, I am running this game in offline mode. Certainly at launch, I have no interest in the online portion of any FromSoftware game, particularly not Dark Souls games. I'm not good, so I don't want to be invaded, and I think that's optional at these points. I like to figure things out myself, even when they're difficult. I want to bang my head against that wall until I finally figure it. I don't get frustrated in that sense. I know what I like, I know what I don't like, and if I'm willing to play a Dark Souls game, then I'm willing to check my frustration and keep trying. I don't really want help. And then the big one is the messages. At launch, the messages are just clutter. It is just the same jokes over and over and over again. People are giddy with excitement to drop the same. I mean, like, I played this the minute it launched, and that room was filled with like 100 of the exact same message. But also, more important than that, you know, maybe you can get past that, maybe you can't, and it starts to spread out as you get into the game and as people move on and whatever. But as I'm playing this game, there's a really particular example that made me go, yeah, no, I want to stay offline. I discovered a little secret, and I had so much fun discovering that secret, and it just felt so magical and just, wow, what a hidden little thing that I was never supposed to find, but I was supposed to maybe stumble into it, and, you know, explored that secret. And then I was watching someone else's gameplay, and they came to where I found that secret, and it was enshrined in 100 messages circling it, telling you exactly what you had to do. And it just kind of ruins it. It turns it into quest markers, which this game lacks. You're supposed to just go out and explore and discover, and then there are messages that tell you exactly what to do. You can never get ambushed. You can never have a surprise. You're constantly being told what to do. So I turn all that stuff off. And I'm wondering if, because I'm playing in offline mode, I'm not really having any problems. I've got an occasional stutter, an occasional hitch, but not like what I'm seeing online, where things are freezing for seconds at a time. I've had a couple of bad ones where if you're with a boss or you're with a mini boss, like, you're gonna fail. You're going to lose because you're gonna get frozen for 4 and 5 seconds while they kill you. But I've been pretty lucky there. Like I was saying, this game is easy with an asterisk. They have this big open world now, and this open world provides something that no Dark Souls or FromSoft game has provided before to the player, and that is space. The ability to step back, recollect yourself, formulate a new plan, make some distance, get some room to think, and you can do all that because there's a giant open world. The Dark Souls formula is claustrophobic chaos. You know, if you step into a giant room, it's because the boss you're about to face is at least a quarter to a half the size of that room, and the swing of their weapon will provide very little area where you can feel safe and out of the way. And even if you do for a minute, you're still trapped in there. They're going to close the distance. And so it really demands that you be perfect. You have to really be good with your dodge rolls and managing iframes and your blocking and your attacking. And that can get very hectic and very chaotic, and some people love that, and for me, that's where it starts to get frustrating. But with an open world, you can create space, rethink, heal yourself, come back in, try again, and additionally, if it proves to be too difficult, it is a massive map with tons of stuff to do. If you get to the point where you're so frustrated you don't want to do this thing anymore, turn around, go in the other direction, and do something else. And that's not really something that you can do in a Dark Souls game. You do have choice in the beginning. You can usually go like one of 3 or 4 ways, 3 of which are the worst ways possible to go, and 1 of which is fine, but you're still going to have a hard time. And then once you really settle into that, the only hope you have is to grind out an area until you can beat that next block to get to the next area. But with this, you can go wherever you want. And so that asterisk that's on easy that all changes once you step inside of anything. Step into anywhere. There are legacy dungeons, there are dungeons, and then there are like caves and things like that. The caves are like any cave in an RPG, and they have difficult Dark Souls-esque bosses and mini-bosses and things like that. But the dungeon places, the actual like, oh, I'm in a Dark Souls game, are exactly what you'd expect from Dark Souls 1, 2, or 3. They are claustrophobic, they are chaotic, they are intricate, they are insanely laid out, they are beautiful, they're all the things, but you also need to get good to get through them. But again, with this game, you can just walk out. You don't have to get through them. There's so many other options. If it proves to be too frustrating and you're like, fuck, I just want to put this down, you're like, well, I don't want to put it down. I want to leave this dungeon and go explore some more. So that is exactly the kind of thing I love to do. I love any game, especially, which is really what hooked me with some of these reviews, is do whatever you want. There's a story, but you shouldn't follow the story right away. You should explore. And the developer is encouraging you to just go find your own path. And I love that. That's my favorite type of game that gets created, and there are not enough of them that really live up to that. Some of them say they're doing that, and then they don't do that. It still is just the hero's tale. So this is an RPG in the sense that you are, there's a specific set of mechanics involved in managing your character, and you will level that character up, but it is not a role-playing game, unless the role you wanted to play was murder-hobo. That is the only role. Granted, there is a story that we're following and a motivation for the character. There is no, you won't be booking a night at a tavern and getting a clue to find a person that wants you to deliver a letter to the king before none of that. The only thing you're here to do is to kill. You will kill evil things, and you will kill good things, and you will kill good things because you want the things they drop, and you will kill evil things because you're compelled to do such. It is also a big open world, but it's not an open world in the sense of it feels like a living, breathing world where people are existing, and it has its own, scale of life. It's an open world in that it's a sandbox for this murder-hobo. Things are really well paced and placed around at all speeds of travel that you have just enough time in between major encounters that you're not bored. And anytime you have moments of downtime where you're learning and piecing out lore, you can rest assured there's something challenging or difficult or fun just a few steps away. And that's how this game is arranged. That's how this open world is arranged. As I'm playing this, I'm starting to realize, like, this isn't, it's not a medieval fantasy open world that is believable for being a medieval fantasy. It is a fever dream of someone who watched a documentary about insects, hell, and something medieval, and then tried to describe it back to you. It is literally just a what dreams may come nightmare. But still, a lot of fun. My goodness, I haven't been excited about a game in years, and I've reserved excitement for so many games, because then when you do get them in your hands, you're like, nah, it's fine, and then I spend an hour with them. And like I said, I was not hyped about this game, reserved or otherwise, but this is the first time in a couple of years where I played this game for 11 hours over the first 2 days, and I was immediately like, I got to get back into this, which is part of why I'm bringing it to the channel. Either my channel goes dark while I play Elden Ring for 40 hours a week, or I go ahead and bring it to the channel. What I'll probably do, I'm playing 4 games right now, and I've been meaning to bring a free play series, and 4 games a week has been kind of tight for me anyway. So I imagine what I'll do is I'll adjust the schedule. We'll see what ends up shaking out, but I think I'll adjust the schedule where I will do 2 games a week plus a free play, and this Elden Ring will be the free play until I feel like moving on from it. So, on that note about other games that I'm playing on the channel, I think what we'll do here is I am going to expand the Old Man Gamer cinematic universe. What I think I want to do, we're going to do something a little silly and a little funny, is I'm going to bring one of the characters from one of the games I'm playing into this, and it'll just be their nightmare, since this is a nightmare simulator. We'll bring Azegami from Kenshi, because you can make a blue character, and we'll just role play the idea that this is the nightmare that he is living through. The other thing I'm going to do, which is going to annoy people, and I've said this before when I'm talking about CRPGs on the channel, I like RPGs, and I annoy people who are really good at them when they watch me play. Like, you're not doing it right. You're supposed to pay attention to you. Like, I don't. I do whatever I want. I don't put points into the right things. I don't min-max. I don't take attributes and skills at the right times. I do whatever I want. So one of the things that you're not supposed to do, and everybody says definitely don't do, but I always do, I play as a deprived, and this time it's called a wretch. We're going to play as a wretch. I do understand that that's going to really harm my ability to min-max, because everything's going to be 10. I won't be able to go below 10 and reallocate those points somewhere else. But one of the reasons I really advocate in Dark Souls games in starting with these naked characters is because all this fucking shit on these characters is really, really awesome, really fucking cool. You know, I'll end up making a vagabond character. Basically, what's going to happen, we're going to make a strength-based, probably, you know, half damage, half tank. You know, not really the best at either. Like I said, I don't min-max, but we'll probably focus on those attributes. But this armor, this weapon, you could play 10 solid hours and not have a need to upgrade. And it kind of ruins the game a little bit for me. It's nice to be able to play the game and have the things that you're finding, the things you're discovering, the things you're getting rewarded with be things you want or friggin' need. You don't have a choice. And so I started out the game playing the Vagabond for a couple of hours, and every weapon and piece of armor that was dropped, I was, not only is my armor technically better, it looked cooler. And I was just like, there's no reason for me to switch. It'll be hours and hours and hours and hours and hours before I experiment with anything else. I'm just going to do that. So I like to start as a wretch because every single thing that you find is life or death, and it all really, really means something. So like I said, I know that that is not the right thing to do. I know that that will probably irritate some people, or there will be the advice of, oh boy, you shouldn't do that because, and I do understand it to some extent. And also, I'm happy to ignore some of the other pieces. Like, we may be making trouble for myself down the line, but I am so thoroughly certain that I could make 80 episodes at 45 minutes to an hour a clip without ever stepping foot in a dungeon or touching any even early game difficult content. This game is, like I said, the world is expansive. There's a lot of difficult areas in the open world, but there's enough that you can keep messing with without having a problem. We're gonna make sure we take the golden seed, which gives us more charges to our flask, which is great. I don't think it's called it's not called an Estus flask, but this whole game is Dark Souls 1. It is. The story, I'm not hate baiting, I swear to God, but it's just, it's like, the bonfires are called Grace, the Estus flask is called Crimson Tears. It's just, you're like, I end up calling it all the Dark Souls stuff by accident. Okay, so, we're taking Azegami from Kenshi. This is his nightmare. Every night he goes to sleep in Kenshi, he wakes up in this horrifying nightmare land filled with dreadful spider monsters and horrible men on horses and whatever. We are the wretch. We're taking the golden seed because that's going to let us increase the number of charges in our Crimson Tears flask. All right, I'm going to sit back and let the exposition play out. There's a little bit of storytelling, and then I'll jump back in when it is time to get playing.
The fallen leaves tell a story. The great Elden Ring was shattered. In our home, across the fog, the lands between. Now, Queen Marika the Eternal is nowhere to be found. And in the night of the Black Knives, Godwyn the Golden was first to perish. Soon, Marika's offspring, demigods all, claimed the shards of the Elden Ring. The mad taint of their newfound strength triggered the shattering. A war from which no lord arose. A war leading to abandonment by the greater will. Oh, rise now, ye tarnished, ye dead who yet live. The call of long-lost grace speaks to us all. Chieftain of the Badlands, the ever-brilliant Gold Mask. Fear, the deathbed companion. the loathsome dung-eater, and Sir Gideon Ofnir, the all-knowing. And one other, whom grace would again bless. A tarnished of no renown. Cross the fog to the lands between. To stand before the Elden Ring. And become the Elden Lord.
Okay, so we're gonna run through the tutorial for this game. This first episode will probably be a bit long. Like I said, I'm sure I'm gonna bring this as a free play. I'll come back a couple of times, but this will be a bit long because we got me rambling in the beginning, and then we'll get through the tutorial and play some in the open world. I don't know how much I'm gonna cut out, but this is a really great example of why I play offline. The developer gives out messages. Though the path be broken and uncertain, claim your place as Elden Lord. But it's so, you know, like I said, I played this launch minute, and this room was filled to the brim with messages. Like, you wouldn't be able to tell which one was from the developer and which one wasn't. So you don't know which messages are from the developers. And I've seen people on Reddit and Discord discovering mechanics that they didn't realize were part of the game, because you're not getting to see the messages where the developer told you. Some of them pop up on the screen, but some of them are hidden in floor messages. And I've seen things like, to wield in one hand is not the way it used to be, where you just pressed Y. You now have to hold Y and then hit right bumper, and you can hold a weapon with two hands. And there's a few other instances like that. Yeah, and I will say, just right out of the gate, this is probably the best looking FromSoftware game I've seen. I don't know why this door's here. I wonder if you ever come back here. FromSoftware games in general typically don't have the best lighting, the best textures, the best, you know, all-around graphics. They're serviceable. And I would say, is this the best game I've ever seen? No. But is this the best FromSoftware game I've seen? Yes. It's beautiful. Yeah, it was really, and like, I'm seeing this contrast like instantaneously because I played a few hours of Dark Souls 3 before I went and hit the purchase button, because I was like, do I have it in me to deal with the oncoming frustration? And this game, in comparison to even Dark Souls 3, is quite a step up. So we're gonna go in here, and there's a boss. There's no explanation, no nothing, but there's a little mini boss or boss that you have to fight that you cannot beat. I have seen people beat it. If you beat him, you get a special weapon and shield. We are not going to beat him. I don't know if you can beat him with a melee character. I'm sure somebody will. There are people out there that are skilled, but I have seen people already beat him with ranged, because he is devastating. He's a one-hitter. He's gonna jump over. There we go. And we'll give him a hit, and we'll get out of the way. Oh boy. Yeah, we'll try our best. Look at how little we did to him. Oh, yeah. Even my blocking, I can't. Ah, run, go! I got one more hit in. I was very happy about that. But yeah, they don't tell you anything. They just drop you right into it. You get his shield and his sword if you beat him. I've seen that online. But I have no hope of ever doing that. Don't know why they put them in Speedos. I feel like they could have just been easily have been in rag pants or something.
Don't worry, Torrent. Fortune is on his side. We found him here, after all. One of his kind is sure to seek the Elden Ring. Even if it does violate the Golden Order.
Alright, we got the Flask of Crimson Tears. And this is, like, again, Cave of Knowledge lies below. And I had seen, as this game was releasing and people were streaming, like, people were just missing this and not realizing to go down there, or walking out and not realizing they can't come back. Or maybe, I don't know. I don't think you can come back. All right, this guy tells you, brave tarnished, take the plunge. Alright, and we will. This is the tutorial, and it is a very expansive tutorial for a FromSoftware game. I mean, I feel like the Dark Souls 3 tutorial-esque area was certainly serviceable. Resting at a site of grace will restore your HP, FP, and cleanse any status ailments. Will also refill your sacred flasks. However, most of the enemies you defeated will be revived. You can find sites of grace where light converges. These explanations are acquired in the form of info items and can be accessed from the inventory anytime. All right. So we will kindle this bonfire site of grace. And we will rest because we are going to use our gift right away. Add a charge. We're going to use it to add a charge to our flask. Now we have one more charge. We are also going to allocate our flash charges because we are not a character that is going to care about FP in any way whatsoever. At some point I'll be using a shield, most likely, I think. It might take a little bit of time. There's some good spots to farm things that I want to get. But I'll probably be using a shield, and the things that come with the shield that I expect to get don't consume FP, and I won't be consuming FP at all. Alright. Oh my god, stop. I'm not- whoa! Almost got me. I'm not reading these tutorials. They're literally just telling you how the basics of how to play. We don't really care about that. We're gonna get through this tutorial really quickly. There's a lot of, on top of there being an open world, there's a handful of little things that the developers added that make the game more easy and more accessible. One of which is, let me just grab these things, is the ability to jump. If you've played Dark Souls, you know falling off a ledge and stabbing a character is a great way to take away half their health. You can't take away half the health, but you can initiate this high level, this higher HP point drain attack by jumping right from the ground. So you can do a lot of damage right from the ground, where you used to not be able to do that. You can also sneak, which is really good. That was not how I wanted to do that. Forgot about him being a pain in my ass. There we go. Alright. We can go ahead and drink. So you can sneak, and the AI in this game right now is really, I'll say underwhelming. I know that they're like zombies and dead and whatever, but it's pretty easy to cheese them by exploiting some of the sneak. And then also, one of the most amazing things, which like really had me scratching my head, like, this is a FromSoftware game? Why would you do this? In terms of making things easier. They don't do it all the time, but there's a pop-up that will eventually tell you if there are groups of enemies all gathered together at certain times, you can kill all of those enemies, and they will recharge your Estus Flask. So they just give you one free health bonus out of just from beating enemies, where I'm like, that is a very not FromSoftware thing to do. surprising little bonus they give you. All right, we're gonna try to. No, die! What are you doing? Ah. Okay, cool. I don't think any of the guys in the tutorial drop anything, so I'm not super concerned about that. I also forgot to use my barbaric yop, or whatever the fuck it's called. Barbaric roar. We'll use it in here. Coming up to a mini boss in a minute. Micro boss. Yeah. Sometimes I've had backstabs work. Most of the time they work. Sometimes I can't get them to work. I cannot get parries to work at all. At all. That was... Oh, there. Finally. That's technically how the jump slash is supposed to work. Oh, they also added these things. These stakes of Marika. Upon dying, you'll be revived at the last site of grace that you visited. However, if there is a stake of Marika near where you died, you can choose to be revived there instead. What these are little indicators that it's about to get difficult. Even in the overland, if you pass one of these, you're in an area where you're probably expected to die, and rather than having to revive at a site of grace that might be really far away, you can revive at these, which makes things a lot better. They also moved around the bonfires or sites of grace, which make things a bit easier. They make more sense now. Stop doing that. Here you go, pal. Alrighty. I think that is it. It is. Yes, now we get to go outside, sort of. Got one little more hallway to go through. If you start the game, I took the seed, the golden seed, which lets me recharge or add a charge to my flasks. You can start with a key that opens up this area. And I'm just realizing now that this statue is what I would consider, this is a statue of what I would consider the single most annoying, aggravating, frustrating enemy in the entire game. These little, like, fucking stone goblin things that cause bleed damage, and they're fast, and they surprise you. They're hiding in they're fucking pain in my ass is what they are. Alright. Furled finger, yeah, this again, I'm not gonna even bother reading those. This is for inviting people into your game and inviting co-op and getting friends to play with you. We're not gonna be doing co-op, we're not gonna be doing multiplayer. We are offline. I think I mentioned, apparently, I don't know if you can do this in other Dark Souls games, but apparently, you can summon NPCs to help. So we may experiment with that, just to see what it's like. There are also, like, Ash Spirit summons, which, I accidentally broke that, for my playthrough. I played 2 separate playthroughs, totaling about 11 hours, and I accidentally broke, the ability to use that. The person that gives it to you shows up. I walked away from them to do something really quickly, and they never reappeared in 11 hours of play. So I was never able to play with that. I don't know how it works. I don't know if it's going to be complicated or confusing. Some things are, like the enchantment system, I just don't even understand. It looks like it makes my weapons worse, but every reviewer is like, you really have to make sure you mess around with it. It makes your weapons really powerful. But it seems to everything that I want to use or get to use will drop my hit points and whatever. This is our first site of grace, and then we're going to talk to this person. One of the things we're going to do is what you're supposed to do. If you haven't played this game yet, there's a couple of things you should do in quick succession to get yourself set up, and one of the things is to rest at a couple of sites, because after you rest at a couple of sites and have a couple of encounters, some things that can only progress when you rest will progress. So one of the things that I was kind of disappointed about, these games are difficult, but then they're like super easy in other aspects. So we've got this place you rest at, and there's this faint little ray of light that points to where you have to go next, and I'm like, wow, what a really great way to not use quest markers. So there's no quest marker over there, but clearly I need to go over there. I'm like, wow, that's really cool. Then I pop open my map, and at some point we're gonna figure out a way. We'll see how you unlock being able to see what's on the map. But I can see where I am, where I'm facing, every single site I've been to, exactly where it's pointing. Once I unlock these things, like where the next one is, it's just like, the map is just a giant quest. You may as well have put a quest marker over there. It's like the most, and I can even. Once I unlock that thing, I can drop that, and there I have a quest marker. I can just walk over there. It's like, I personally would like to see a mod that just removes all this shit. Like fucking, the map has nothing on it. Good luck. Use topology and landmarks.
Oh, yes. Tarnished, are we? Come to the lands between for the Elden Ring? Of course you have. No shame in it. Unfortunately for you, however, you are maidenless. Without guidance, without the strength of runes, and without an invitation to the Round Table Hold, you are fated, it seems, to die in obscurity.
So one of the things the game doesn't tell you is you should keep talking to people until they repeat themselves, because they will, sometimes things get unlocked by actually continuing to talk to the person right in front of you. You don't have to go away, come back, just keep talking to them until they repeat themselves.
Luckily for you, however, there is one shining ray of hope for even the maidenless. Me. Vare. Take care to listen. Are you familiar with grace? The golden light that gives life to you, Tarnished. You may also behold its golden rays, pointing in a particular direction at times. That is the guidance of grace, a path that a Tarnished must travel. Indeed. Grace's guidance holds the answers. It will lead you, Tarnished, to the path you are meant to follow, even if it leads you to your grave. Grace's guidance will reveal the path forward, most certainly, to Castle Stormvale, over on the cliff, the home of the decrepit demigod, Godrick the Grafted. It's time you set off, I should think, to Castle Stormvale.
Yeah, so that's where we start to see him repeat himself.
Where grace would guide you, if you seek the Elden Ring, maidenless as you are.
He actually didn't even repeat himself there. He kind of dropped some new lore. I would say this game, Dark Souls is kind of known for really mysteriously piecing out lore, and this is a little more explicit, which is really nice, I think. I really like learning about the worlds they built. I was also interested to see, which I'm sure everybody that was excited about this game long since knew, but they had George R.R. Martin consult on the world building. So it's that much more of a higher level experience, I suppose, the lore and world building this time. All right. This is exactly, too, like, this open world, how they're, like, pacing it and making it feel exciting and fun. You know, I come out of this area and I see this big, beautiful open world, lots of stuff to do, and I have a light that's pointing me towards this little church, and the guy tells me to head off to a castle that's over the cliff. And in between me and this church is this giant, horrifying creature, and if you don't know any better, you go tangle with him, and if you're really good, maybe you beat him the first try, but we won't be doing that. He is very difficult at the beginning, and he can be very frustrating. And it seems like this is the right way to go, but when it turns out that it's not, you can just kind of turn and go a different way and do whatever you want, and just really opens up possibilities. We're gonna see one of these guys run away, and it's fucking awesome. It made me laugh the first time I saw it. They curl into a Sonic the Hedgehog ball and roll away, or we'll just let him roll away. Here. Oh, there, we got a little frame stutter. Yeah, that's how they get away as quickly as possible, is by rolling. It's fucking hilarious. Okay, we're gonna go, we're gonna do a couple things in quick succession that are, like, minor grindy. We're gonna start the process of unlocking the horse, and then once we get into, like, some baseline stuff, we'll just do, literally, I'm just gonna explore. So we made it to the Church of Elleh. This Santa Claus looking guy over here sells stuff, and there's like 3 or 4 of these guys in this starting area that you can kind of discover. Maybe there's more, but that's what I found. But I have to keep resting at these places to push the story forward to an acceptable place where, like I said, I get the horse and I get the ability to summon things. But then there's some guys out here with armor and gear and a little bit over the hill. And we're going to farm around here for a little while until we get some good gear out of the deal. Also, there's like a little garrison bivouac they got going where we can get a weapon that is pretty decent for us at the outset. I want to make sure I have enough money to buy 2 things off of him that are very important at the outset. And this allows us to use armaments, which I really haven't figured out too well. They seem a bit complicated. I don't know what I'm doing, but maybe we'll figure them out as we play.
You're a tarnished. I can see it. But I can also see that you're not after my throat. Then why not purchase a little something? I am Kale, purveyor of fine goods.
All right. So, I'm sure everybody's already seen I'm by no means am I a guide, a source of Elden Ring guides, but you do want to purchase the crafting kit right away, and you want to purchase the torch right away. At some point, I understand there is a lantern you can hook to your belt. The torch will replace a shield or anything you put in your offhand, but these 2 things allow you to...
Nice to do business.
Actually, we'll get his if you have a crafting kit, you can make various items. Yeah, like I said, we'll explore that in a minute. Crack pots and other... We need containers to make some fire bombs and things like that. We'll find those things as we explore. Let's get some of his lore.
Still going to purchase something?
Well, Santa Claus, why don't you tell me about yourself?
I am of a nomadic people, selling wares as I travel. The land has been tainted by madness since the shattering of the Elden Ring. It's only tarnished like yourself, who keep things from drying up entirely. Let's say you're a very welcome customer.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Goodbye for now.
So like I said, our goal is going to be, probably for this episode, is to grind these guys out. Like I said, I've played a couple of quick starts and just trying to like figure stuff out. I have seen these guys immediately drop everything I need right here, and I've also seen it take quite some time to get what I need. So we'll see what does come of this. But the hope is that between here and the area over the hill, we will get what we need out of these guys. You got gold-tinged excrement. Gross. I haven't seen a deer here before. Oh, this guy. That's the guy. That's who I'm looking for. Oh, he hit me. You bastard. He got me. Not too worried about it. Oh, you are very lucky, my friend. This little humming we're hearing are these little dung beetles all over the world that give you things. These red ones will refill your flask, but I'm not really worried about it at this exact moment because I'm not going to drink from my flask. Because we're doing just fine. Nice. Have we built up enough? Not yet to do anything. What we will do is we'll craft some of these. These raisins you can feed to your horse so that he heals up. And it's good to have those in a hotbar, so we're just getting that set up for when we do finally unlock the horse. Oops. A lot of... let's take care of the boar first. Bastard. Oh, shit! I didn't think you were gonna get me. There you go. Alright, no one has dropped anything. But that is just fine. Like I said, I've seen it take quite a while, and I've also seen it happen right out of the gate. One thing I know for sure is we will be able to... I'm also not going to kill that beetle because we're about to unlock a site of grace where I can get all of everything back. But we're going to head to an area right now where I'm guaranteed to get a weapon that I can use as soon as I level up my strength. And it's a weapon in keeping with the kind of weapons we want to use in this game. I will say, these messages that take up half the screen really should disappear the second I walk away from where I found them. Give it like a couple of seconds. But I've had those things in the moments of having to fight somebody that surprised me be stuck to my screen for a minute while I'm trying to figure out exactly what to do. It can be a little frustrating. Alright, at some point we're going to get interrupted with story. Maybe it's right here.
Greetings, traveler from beyond the fog. I am Melina. I offer you an accord. Have you heard of the Finger Maidens? They serve the two fingers, offering guidance and aid to the tarnished. But you, I am afraid, are maidenless. I can play the role of maiden, turning runes into strength to aid you in your search for the Elden Ring. You need only take me with you to the foot of the Erd Tree. Then it's settled. Summon me by grace to turn runes into strength. Ah, another matter. I bequeath to you this ring. Use it to traverse great distances. It will summon a spectral steed named Torrent. Torrent has chosen you. Treat him with respect.
Alright, let's see if we have enough to level up.
Runes to strength. Let my hand rest upon you. For but a moment, share them with me. Your thoughts, your ambitions, the principles you would follow.
Alright, we don't... we need 673 to level up, and we are going to level up strength first. We will quickly get everything we need to level up by farming these guys right here. Alright, yeah, pouch, we know all about that. We will take a moment to set up our pouch. And like I said, if you don't know all about that, as you play the game, all this stuff makes more sense. But all I've done here is put my steed whistle, my spectral steed whistle, up on the D-pad while holding Y. You can hold down Y and press the D-pad in these four directions to use these things. This will feed my horse and make him healthy again. This will summon my horse when it goes away. I want to craft some bones. Those are like throwing knives, and they're really good for teasing aggro out of single units. So here we can see like the AI in this game for stealth is leaves a little bit to be desired, but it's fine. All right, I may have actually just made a mistake because this might aggro the guy that's over here. We're just gonna run away real quick. I may have aggroed this guy with a... Nope, I didn't. The guy with the horn. He'll call everyone over. He will definitely aggro people, but again, we can see the AI a little bit. I mean, it's supposed to be late at night, but he should be able to see me clearly. I don't know. Other people might disagree with that. I wouldn't mind if that level of difficulty was here. Like, standing here, anybody that's facing me should be like, hey, who's that guy? So, whatever. Here's that first weapon. It is not procedural or randomized. It will always be, as far as I can tell, every time I've tried, this Lord Sworn's Greatsword. We are not strong enough to wield it at all, and we do not have enough runes, so we're going to keep farming these guys. There's another guaranteed weapon that we won't be using over at the other end. These little carriages, on the backs of these little carriages where we saw that chest, are chests with, I think, non-procedural guaranteed items. This is an exact example where I'd like to have... Woo, I'd like to have... we're going to deal with him here. Yeah, we will. Go. Did I excite anybody? I did not. Awesome! That's what I'm talking about. Oh, hold on a second. Let's try to... Oh, I'm angering somebody. We'll hold off. We'll get that in a second. Those skulls contain, like, rune fragments. You can smash the thing that comes out of them to get more souls or more runes. I didn't have time to put on my armor. I probably should have done that first, but whatever. We will. Ah, fuck. There we go. Alright. Let's put on our armor. And yeah, this is not nearly as good as the Vagabond armor you start with, but I desperately need this, and I'm very happy to have it, and it kind of forces me to use it. And so, makes the game a little more fun to me. I like the beginnings of... these things are so hard to... There. The horse can just run over them, and it gets a lot easier to deal with those, but we're not going to summon the horse just yet. Do I have anything else I need to do? No. Alright, here we go. And he doesn't. He didn't get me. But... Ah, you bastard! Oh, I forgot to... Oh, I didn't level up. I have to get him. Alright. I need a few more souls. And then we're gonna get strength, and there's a big difference in the other weapon. I won't be able to, it'll give me a message that I can't wield it effectively without holding it in two hands, but we want to hold it in two hands. It's a two-handed weapon, and it lets us block, which we'll do once we level up. We'll go tangle with one more person. Maybe we'll take out this horn guy, if he's close. And you can probably see I'm getting a couple of here and there little frame hitches. Nothing really incredibly worrisome, but... Yeah, all these guys are pretty darned easy. That knight over there, woo, boy. And the second guy walking right there, real pain in the butt. Oh my god. And here we can see just how exploitable the AI, stealth AI, really is. So, the sword that we're about to unlock will kill these guys in one hit. If I manage to land a backstab. But we have enough now, so we're gonna go level up and use it. And now... boom. I can wield it with both hands, which I will. Done. Love it. And we can go test this out on this guy. Oops. And we see it does a fair bit more damage, and we're gonna keep farming these guys. Nice. Love it. So this weapon actually does consume FP if I use my special move, that stamp uppercut, but I've never had any luck with it. I've never had it land anything useful. I've only had it cause problems for me. Alright, we're gonna see if we can get in this bush and get behind this guy. These little, like, those little statue wall things there are how you get, unlock the map. They give you map fragments. And again, that probably should have been close enough that he got upset with me, but he didn't. Even he didn't get upset with me. We'll go deal with this guy. I'd like to see that stuff be a little harder. I'd be okay with that. Son of a bitch. Nice. All right. And like I said, sometimes it takes a little while to get stuff, but good practice. All right, there's a handful of guys on the other side that are particularly tricky. It can be a strategy to just keep refreshing and dealing with the guys that are easier to deal with, but it's also fun to deal with these guys. These guys come with wolves, and the wolves are a pain in the butt. Right, he's already kind of upset, and there's his wolf. Oh, man, he interrupted me. And there's his fucking wolf, but I killed him. Good. All right, we're going to try to get a drink of our flask before we get stabbed. And we'll get these guys out here. Man, I can't get a hit off you, huh? All right. I don't think I hit one of them. Barely. All right. Try to do this a little differently. A little smarter. It's the two of them that's so hard. There we go. Okay. These guys, you have to kind of wait for an opening. There it is. And nobody dropped anything. Oh well. We're gonna deal with the wolf first. Seems to be a good strategy. Alright, I'm not gonna deal with the knight, because we're gonna get what we can get out of here, which I think is the ability to add these enchantments or whatever they're called. I think that's in here. With a whetstone knife, you can use Ashes of War to grant your armaments new skills at sites of grace. An armament can only have one skill. Any skill it previously had will be removed. An armament's type determines what skills it can have. Some armaments have unique skills and cannot be granted new ones. Alright. I got the Ash of War Storm Stomp. Alright, so I think this is making a little more sense to me just right now. I'm not making my weapons more powerful, and in fact, I might be sacrificing some of their power in exchange for an FP-based attack. Which I haven't had a ton of success with these FP-based attacks. I've been middling at best. Oh, there's another guy. Oh shit, he's still alive. Oh, that's me. What was that noise? Oh. Man, sometimes these noises are delayed, and it sounds like there's, like, still a doings a transpiring, but there ain't. Alright, these bats are a pain in the butt, but I actually should be able to, deal with him without actually aggroing them, and even if they do, they won't come in here, I don't think. Alright. I am more interested in farming gear than I am in defeating this knight right now. So we are going to handle these guys. You'll also see in your HUD, whenever you're near a shrine, even if you can't see it, it'll be up in the top left corner. You can see that you are indeed near something you can respawn close to. It's also, like I said, a good way to know you're in a dangerous area. I would at least like to have pants on, greaves, before we start going other places. One of the things we will do is we're going to head out to an inadvisable place. These ruins right here. And we're going to head down underneath these ruins as part of our playthrough. And we're going to open up a trapped chest that will teleport us to a very high level, very dangerous area. But it is one of the places that I am certain, pretty certain, I hope it's not procedural, we'll find out, because either way, you can sneak your way out and pick up another golden seed, which will allow us to have even more charges to our flask. So we're going to do that as a strategy early, literally after we get at least Greaves, that's the very next thing we're thinking about doing. Are you kidding me? Thank you. Take that. Throw, I wonder if I'll aggro both of these guys by doing this. Yeah. So this has been of somewhat frustrating. Is you can lock onto an enemy, but there's so many woodland creatures around that sometimes you're facing even like really giant, dangerous, scary bosses that are 18 feet tall, and the character just insists on locking on the squirrel that's nearby. And even so, there are some animals that are somewhat hostile, but still inconsequential, like rams and boars, and you're trying to deal with something very, very urgently, and a ram is attacking you, and you don't care about it, but it is insisting on taking your focus. Your you know, your lock-on will be kind of stuck to the ram. All right, what we'll probably do is refresh the guys over the hill. Actually, you know what we'll do? We'll go back here because I think it needs to be here. We'll rest at this site. I'm going to try to get some more bones real quick. Not from you. Alright. I like to get the bones because I like to have... Still not enough. Gotta get a couple more. I like to have a bunch of those throwing knives. They, like I said, they're really good at teasing out a single opponent at a time. Alright, I think when I rest here, the person that gives us the ability to summon spectral ash help, like the if you've watched any gameplay, the squids and the wolves and the jellyfish or whatever, she gives you the ability. She pops up right here. I haven't played around with it at all because she popped up right after I had fought this guy with like 4,000, 5,000 runes on me, and I dropped them, and I did not want to risk losing them. And so she was like, hey, can I have a word? And I ran away from her, grabbed my souls, and figured I'd run right back and talk to her, but she was gone, and she never appeared again, no matter where I rested, no matter how much time I gave it. So if she pops up, make sure you talk to her if you're playing yourself. Alright, I'm really looking at vigor, endurance, and strength. Probably a little bit of dexterity. We're going to go heavy on strength, though, for a while. We want to be doing a lot of damage. I'm not super worried. I'd rather have charges in the flask and be able to use the flask than anything else. And like I said, I don't end up thinking about this stuff too much. I'm just kind of maybe even over-explaining it right now so we know what I'm thinking, so I can probably go at it pretty easily. Yeah, I like the, I could put stuff in dexterity, which will give me, strength and attack power as well, or attack power and defense power as well, but if I put it into strength, I can wield some of the heavier things I'm gonna find, which I know I'm gonna want to. There's a shield, I think one of these guys will drop probably, and their armor's pretty heavy. So we're gonna drop a bunch of money, a bunch of runes into strength right out of the gate. She did not pop up. It might be nighttime that I need to. We're going to just try this, see if we can advance this really quick. Past time. Oh, it is late night. Nightfall. We'll wait till nightfall, see if she pops up. She did not. Okay, that's fine. We'll come back. We have more farming to do. This is the most farmy I'm going to get. Once we, like I said, once we get Greaves, we're going to go farm one more thing, which is the seed. And then it is just exploring. That's what we're going to have fun exploring and maybe trying out some dungeons and some bosses. But it's really going to be a come what may, do whatever kind of gameplay. Oh! Rolled too many times. Let's see if I can get, Oops, I forgot to do the right one. You can do a pretty brutal counter in this game. You block one hit and then use it, immediately follow it up with a heavy hit. And it's a very hard-hitting counter. But I don't have a shield, so I have to take some damage. to do it. But it can be fun to mess around with. Really? You don't give me nothing? Alright, screw you. Not worried about my flask. These guys aren't too challenging. Man, nobody wants to drop anything. It's all good. I do need the practice. Oh, what? I slid off that barrel thing. Oh, awesome. There we go. Beautiful. Alright, we got our greaves on. And we can see with this heavy weapon and these greaves, I'm dangerously close to over heavy. You don't want to be over heavy because then you can't roll fast. Oh, wow. Awesome. That's the other thing I've rarely seen dropped. Again, this stuff is, I'm sure, is random, but I won't be able to equip it while oh, I still have medium load. Wow, okay. So, I now have a one-handed sword that lets me do a no FP consuming heavy hit, square off. It does, I can't block with this. You see, I punch instead of blocking. Actually, no, wait, I can, it does less damage, but it is very quick. Maybe we'll play around with it for a little bit. I do like how fast it is. It means I don't need to rely on that jumping attack like I have to do so often. Yeah, and so here... Oh, shit. Forgot these bats are here. Alright, we'll deal with this one. Shit. Alright. Very jarring, but they don't hit too hard. I think this one says try stealth or something like that. Oh, a chamber lies under the ruins. Yeah. And like I said, like, this entire... Playing this game on the first day, this entire run was just filled with messages. And it just means you're not going to catch the important ones, because they're all going to say, like, you know, try finger butthole and whatever. Path ahead, message ahead, dog. The stuff is fun and silly to read later on Reddit, but like I said, I'd rather discover the game at my own pace rather than having stuff spoiled. Alright, it still does all the damage that I want it to. What we'll probably do is deal with all of these guys, including the knight. Alright, he did not get the chance to... Nice. He didn't get the chance to blow the horn, so we don't have to worry about him. We will go back to stealth because... Who's coming after me? You. Okay. See, that's what I'm talking about, that. Oh! Nice. Ah! Did not know you were behind me. Gotta run. He took most of my health. Alright, come on. Oh, that was a good opportunity to hit him, but I didn't. Alright, let's see. Let's try this. Nice. Yeah, this is a fun weapon. The knight's a big fat pain in the butt. But I think we're going to mess around with him. I mean, even if I drop my souls, it's not going to be a big concern because I can come back and get them easily. Don't forget to grab these butterflies. Those are good for making fire-based weapon enhancements, I guess you would say. Later on. As you start to unlock more crafting or figure out more crafting. Oh yeah, I probably don't need the Alright, let's try my Wow. No. Didn't get me. I don't think he got me. Nice. Very cool. What I'm gonna go ahead and do is unequip this. Oh. Yeah. Wait. Did I do it right? No, I didn't. Alright. We're gonna unequip that because I think I'm even lighter now. No, still medium, but closer to the lighter end. How many charges do I have? 4? We'll leave it at that. Whoops. Alright. Do we deal with the knight now? No, I don't want to risk aggroing all these guys. What we will do, though... Damn it. Alright, hopefully that didn't bring the wolf, but we'll see. Nice. Yeah, this game is an insane amount of fun. See if we can get that wolf out here. Did. Come on, wolf. Give me your bones. Thank you. Wanted those bones. Out. Alright, I don't know why I'm hearing boss music. Nice. What did you give me? Awesome. Oh, yes, dude. That's so cool. Alright. We've got, like, everything we need. Yep. Not even too much heavier. Very good. I do like the heavy ones a little better. Like I said, we will be making kind of like a tank-ish. I'm just terrible at the game, so we're going to make a guy that is strong and, whoops. Able to deal with getting hit. Damn it. Son of a bitch got me. I'll have to just wait for him to do his attack that should... Whoops. Wrong button. He'll do that. Yeah. Oh, no, I didn't want to get hit by it. I wanted it to land on the floor. A little tight in here for this. Oh, I couldn't break his poise. That's unfortunate. Again, super don't care. I fully expect to die. We may spend our points. I'm not worried. The knight is the last guy. Let's aggro him. We'll bring him closer. We'll bring him over here. Come on. Because if we die, then I can just pick up my souls from right here. We're kind of just going to play around with him. I don't expect to defeat him. He is difficult. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo! Ah. No. I want you to do something dumb, like that. No, not me, do dumb! Oh, so close. So close here. Oh, that was the sound for, a counter. I could have, if I was close enough, countered him properly, but I wasn't close enough. I want to bait him into that. I want to see if I could do one. Not that way! Damn it. Too much. Too heavy of a hit. His light hits you can block and counter. Got him! Oh! Oh my god, that was so awesome. Yeah, we'll go last sight. That's right here. We died together. That was fantastic. Oh! Oh, this is exactly what happened last time. Alright, you have to talk to her. Do never walk away from her. She will never come back. You have to talk to her.
A pleasure to meet thee, Tarnished.
And a pleasure to meet
I am
thee.
the witch Renna. I'd heard tell of a Tarnished hurtling about atop a spectral steed, and upon looking into the matter, the talk I surmise is of thee. Thou art possessed of the power, no? To call forth a spectral steed named Torrent.
We haven't yet, but I can. I can call the spectral steed.
As I had hoped, I was entrusted this for thee by Torrent's former master.
A spirit calling bell. Yeah, that lets you call, get lone wolf ashes. I haven't played around with this at all because, like I said, I never
Tis a bell for
got it.
calling forth spirits. Summon them with it. From ash and return to the Erdtree, the spirits will obey thine command but briefly. As they recall battles past, now it is thine, to do with as thou wishest.
With a spirit calling bell, you can use ashes to summon various spirits. It typically consumes FP. You can only summon one type of spirit at a time, and you cannot summon spirits in multiplayer. So I would imagine, you keep talking to people.
Forgive
always.
mine intrusion, Tarnished. I doubt we shall again meet. But all the same, learn well the lands between. How long will it be, I wonder, before the Tarnished tire of obeisance to the two fingers?
Beautiful. All right, so also I have these golden runes. I get a small number of runes out of them. I have seen no reason to do anything other than crush them right away. I don't know if they're used for something else, but I now have 1,000 extra runes. We are not going to farm these guys. I'm not going to risk, now that I have 1,000, we're just going to go run and get our other, what did I have, like 800? We'll go get those. And then we're going to take it right to the golden seed, where this second golden seed that I know is. There's probably others. I mean, I know I've run into others in different places. I think that guy just got worried about what I'm doing. But I don't care. I'm running away from them all. Not worried about any of you guys. I could be farming, but I much more want to level up. I like to put some more HP under my belt. We've got 2 strength. I want to throw some HP. And there are my souls, my runes. Yeah, very, very happy with this so far. Alright, what did I have? 1299. Beautiful. We're going to level up. Depending on how many I can... Oh, I might be able to do this. We'll put a point into vigor. I do want my carry weight nice and high because I want to pick up a heavy shield. And I don't want to be stuck not rolling. But we might... So we'll do this. There we go. More strength, which also increases... No, it does not. Only endurance increases carry weight. Interesting. A little more strength, a little bit of vigor, a little bit of endurance. And like I said, I don't really plan this stuff out, but I do know a couple of things that I want to do, which is like hold a big heavy shield that I might get. Oh yeah, and that little gravestone, that white gravestone in the corner of the screen, and the left side of the screen there, lets you know you can summon ashes. And it's probably letting me summon ashes for this area. Okay. There's more farming we can do, but instead... we are going to go get that flask charge. And I'm not really worried about even aggroing anybody because we are nice and fast now on Torrent. Torrent can have a few oddities here and there. But all in all, mounted combat's pretty fun. Ooh. There we go. Bolts. I got bolts, but I'm not going to be using a crossbow. Just grabbing runes. We will tangle with this guy. That'll probably be one of the early goals, is to defeat him as a boss. That'll be the measure of our ability to go into a real dungeon. He can be a little difficult. He's a little tricky in the outset. I don't even know what that is. I don't think I've been over there. Alright, I have 100% not been over there before. I have no fucking clue what this is. Someone somewhere tells you to stay away from this lake. But I've been down here a few times, particularly to do this. Now, like I said, we're gonna go somewhere where you can get trapped. I'm hearing screams everywhere. I don't know what these screams are. I don't know what that is. I don't know if it's a nighttime thing. I don't know if that's a bug. I've been to this cave before. I haven't gone in there. Is this a bug? Is my game fucked up in a most hilarious way? I don't know. Like I said, 11 hours. Never experienced that before. Alright, it seems to be receding in the distance, so it's just something that's over there. That was weird. Don't know what it was. Alright, these guys are all really tricky. They're not all tricky. They have these, like Irish terriers that are a fucking pain in the ass. And they're all hiding all over the place. And there's really no way to get them... There's no real way to, single them out because there's these fucking dragonflies everywhere, too. Real goddamn pain in the ass. Yeah. These things... Oh, boy. They are something. Alright, I'm trying to figure out if I want... Do I want quick or do I want powerful? I'm feeling like quick is going to be the answer. Should be another one of these dogs somewhere. Will you jump? Whoa. God damn, you are fucking living forever. Alright, maybe we do go strong. Jeez, pal. Maybe I leave myself the opportunity. I'll still stay under load. Yeah, I'm still medium load. We'll try it. Alright, there's one of those keys. Those keys unlock those little gargoyle statues. The thing we want to do is make sure all these goddamn dogs are dead, because they really changed the dynamic. Alright. I am able to summon ashes, but I'm not super concerned about it. Because outside of the dogs, we might summon ashes if, we have other problems. Like this dog. Damn it! Fucking got out of the way good. Son of a bitch, man. There. Fuck off. Alright, let's take care of these guys. They're all really one-hitters, so no worries there. I say as I probably die. We're not going to pillage until we're done. These guys are a pain in the butt. If they put that torch forward, that torch will stun lock you. And it can be a real fucking pain. Alright. Now we'll pillage. They don't really carry anything good ever. Just fruit and stuff. Okay. We're gonna grab all these souls. Runes. Whatever. A golden rune. Alright, and now we're gonna go get ourselves trapped in this trick chest. Yeah, I don't care about those guys. Although, I could recharge my flask if I kill them. Alright, we'll kill them. Another dog. Pain in the ass. But, we will kill him. Both of them. Oh, stop. Yeah, I don't know what that does. Didn't do anything. Alright, we're gonna try to kill all these guys without using any more charges. Because if I kill this last guy, I think this is the last guy, it should refill my charge. I think. Yeah, vanquishing an enemy group will replenish your flask, the number and type of flask to be replenished, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So it won't ever fill beyond what you're allowed to keep. But there we see, I'm back to 4. 5 was my maximum, but I had used some on those damn dogs. Yeah, and so like I said, this is a trick chest. I'm pretty sure this is where it is. I hope, after we did all that work. But we're gonna deal with what... Oh, I forgot about this. Oh, he hit me. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh my god, I'm never getting those souls back. Oh, it's only 700, I don't care. I completely forgot all these rats are in here. We may even call in the wolves downstairs. I'm gonna see if I can sneak down there. I really don't feel like fighting all these guys. There's no way. I can't get down there without fighting them all. Maybe we'll tease him out. Alright, they're all interested. Some are interested. He's not very interested. I'm gonna risk it. I don't care. Uh-oh. Okay, that may have been a horrible mistake. Let's find out. We're just gonna watch here for a second. I may fucking just sprint past these guys. I gotta get into that room. I wonder if I could sneak past them. I'm gonna try it. Do I care about my 700 souls? They're all not facing me. Let's see. Oh, I wish I had a wider field of view. I might be able to do it. I might be able to do it. Can't be sneaking while you open this. Alright. Here we go. Hopefully it's enough. Alright. Ensnared and transporter trap. I had to find this, not where the seed was, which we're going to try to find. Hopefully isn't, it doesn't, I don't think anything's procedural in terms of placement with this stuff. But what the fuck you were supposed to do? I was like, I'm trapped here forever. There's no way I could get out of here. So what we're going to do is, I think this is a real chest now. Yeah, it is. Yeah. So, the thing you do is this guy has passed us. He's the only one that'll aggro. These guys will leave us alone. As long as you don't touch what they're mining, they won't fuck with you. We're gonna take this. We're gonna head all the way down. There is a giant centipede beast on top of the shack we're inside of that is fucking undefeatable at this level. But, here we go. We're out. You can't travel until you get out from inside of this thing. You can't fast travel from inside of caves. So there's nowhere. Yeah, it says red. So, even if you activate this, you still can't travel, so, we'll grab this spirit first. It's relatively safe here. I don't know if what I'm gonna, oh nice, rock grease. That stuff helps you make fire. Yeah, so, we'll follow this out. I have not seen anything in futzing around out here in this absolute eldritch horror, Bloodborne-esque area. I'm sure there are enemies, but I snuck through most of this. We're not going to sneak right now because I literally, like I said, didn't find anything. I'm sure they exist. I'm sure that thing right there, whatever that is, would kill me in a second. And we are not high enough level to be messing around in here. What we are going to do is go right where that golden seed is, because it'll add a charge to our flask, which is so fucking important. Certainly to my playstyle. I'd like to increase the charge. Alright, we're gonna start sneaking because I see a dude over there. We're gonna start increasing the we'd like to start increasing the charge, but I have not found a guaranteed early drop for the thing. You need like a sacred tier or something. I haven't found a drop for it yet. Alright, so it's up these stairs. We're gonna stay sneaking because I don't know what's what. And we're grabbing all these things because they are probably useful. I'm not even gonna bother with whatever that blue glowing thing is. And the seed is right up here, and... Oh yeah, that's right, I have... Yeah. You can smash these, grab some crystals, glintstone firefly. And here is that minor elder tree or whatever. And that lets us increase our stuff. And check this out. Oh, I guess I didn't need to smash them. Okay. But now, we can get out of here. Alright. From this point forward, you need more charges. I think I need 2 seeds at this point forward to increase my number of charges. But now, it is a free and open world for us to explore. So I think this is a good spot to leave it. We pretty much got everything we were looking to get us set up to explore the world of Lingrave. I've got almost all my armor. We'll start to tease out more armor as we kill more of these guys out here. And we were able to get our flask charged up as far as I know I can get it charged. Like I said, from this point forward, we'll need 2 or more seeds to charge up. But when we come back, we will literally just head out and explore and see what Lingrave has to offer, what Elden Ring has to offer. So subscribe for more Elden Ring, and we'll be back next time with Azegami's Nightmare.